What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. And guys, we have a pretty significant development out of the great state of Ohio. It appears former New York gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin has just endorsed Bernie Moreno for the United States Senate in the great state of Ohio. Yep, the man himself, Lee Zeldin, is seemingly supporting Bernie Moreno. This is a pretty significant development out of what could be one of the most, if not the most important Senate elections next year, as whoever wins the Senate race in Ohio, very likely they get the Senate majority next year. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It is a great Twitter account everyone should follow. Of course, follow the Rumble page for exclusive content, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. So, the Ohio Senate race in 2024 is undoubtedly probably the most important, as Republicans are all but guaranteed to win the West Virginia Senate seat. So, Ohio is the second, or I should say most important race Republicans have to flip in 2024. Because if they flip Ohio, let's be real, the pathway for Democrats to keep their Senate majority, they got to win Texas. And I doubt that Republicans lose the state of Texas. And I think Republicans are in a decent spot to flip the state of Ohio. But we got to choose who the candidate will be. And Lee Zeldin just endorsed Bernie Moreno. Former New York Republican Representative Lee Zeldin will endorse Ohio Senate candidate Bernie Moreno on Thursday, the Daily Caller has learned. Zeldin, who most recently ran for governor of New York, has thrown his support behind the Ohio business executive, saying he will be the best person to take on Democrat Senator Sherrod Brown in the general election. Moreno recently picked up the endorsement of Republican Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. Moreno has already endorsed former President Trump for the 2024 presidential election. And this part's big. Guys, I am without a doubt, I believe Trump is going to endorse Bernie Moreno. First, he picked up the endorsements of J.D. Vance, which on itself is pretty big because Vance has been building his name recognition and has become a very popular senator in the state of Ohio. He also got the endorsement of Turning Back Action and a few other people. But here's the thing. This Lee Zeldin endorsement, I think, is a pretty big signal of who's going to endorse who. Because Zeldin, he recently endorsed Trump. And before Zeldin endorsed him, so did Vance. And they both endorsed Trump, and Trump likes both of them. And it's starting to seem like, and Trump has made several statements, it's starting to seem like that Trump is probably going to endorse Bernie Moreno. I'm proud to endorse Moreno for the United States Senate. As a businessman and a political outsider, Bernie's experience and conservative values are exactly what we need more of in the Senate. Sherrod Brown and Joe Biden have wreaked havoc on Ohio and the whole nation's economy. They put their party's woke ideology ahead of jobs, safety, and security of Ohio families. With Bernie, not that Bernie, it's Bernie Moreno, Ohioans can rest assured that they have someone looking out for them, speaking up for them, and fighting for them. I fought in the halls of Congress for common sense, America First policies, and I know Bernie will do the same, he added. So, this is a big endorsement by who I consider to be one of the future of the Republican Party. One of the people that will be the future of the Republican Party. In Lee Zeldin. Of course, Vance on top of that, but Zeldin is a big name in the GOP now. I mean, a lot of people, they want him in charge of the RNC. And there's a large chunk of people on Twitter and stuff, they want him to run for Twitter. He is not for Twitter, for president. there are a lot of people that very much like Lee Zeldin. And people usually listen to what he says. And if he says Moreno is the best candidate, usually people fall in line. And it seems like this is really signaling towards a potential Trump endorsement. Again, Trump praised Moreno. He bashed Nolan in the past. That's the other clown running, Dolan. And Frank LaRose, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. I mean, he says, I don't need the Trump endorsement. This is Ohio. This isn't like Utah where the Trump endorsement doesn't mean the most. This is Ohio, one of the most Trump states in the country, one of the most pro-Trump states. I mean, guys, Trump is the one that made Ohio a Republican stronghold. I don't care what you say, he did. You can make an argument about Florida, even though I think he did. With Ohio, there's no doubt about it. I mean, look at 2012. Obama won the state of Ohio by 2. 2016, Trump won it by 8. And he solidified that with the same margin. He won by the exact same in 2020 as he did in 2016. He solidified Ohio as a Republican stronghold. And guess what? This is a state with a lot of Trump Democrats. Look at northeastern Ohio. Look at Stark, Portage, Trumbull, Lake, Asheville, and even Mahoning. This is the big one. Look at Mahoning County. Trump won it by around 2 points. Look how much Clinton won it by. 3. And go look how much Obama won it by. 28. You go even further back. I believe this is one of the strongest Bill Clinton counties in the country in 96. I think he won it by like 30 or 35 when Perot was on the ballot. If Perot was on the ballot, he probably would have won this by 40 points. This is the type of voter we're talking about. These blue-collar Democrats, they're usually union workers. They may have lost a job in the past, but they still at times are willing to vote Democrat. Just look at 2018. Sherrod Brown won by 21 in Mahoning County. In the Mahoning Valley as a whole, he won everything. He won Portage, Trumbull, Lake. He did very good in Belmont, Jefferson. Not really the Mahoning Valley, but still, this eastern part of Ohio, he ran it up in. And in 2012, he did the same thing, did even better than Obama in a lot of these areas. These are the Democrats we're talking about. These blue-collar, they're probably pro-union. They're anti-free trade. They want limited restriction. They would absolutely vote for Trump in a heartbeat. They don't care. They're going to vote for Trump. But for other Republicans, there's a good chance they don't. Because they don't trust them. And they may trust Sherrod Brown because he's a fake moderate. He has always been seen as the blue-collar Democrat, even though his voting record says otherwise. Either way, Brown has an appeal to these voters, and that's how you win Ohio. The problem with the other candidates, in particular Matt Dolan, he seriously believes you can win just by doing good in Franklin, and doing good in Cuyahoga, and doing good in Hamilton. That ain't going to work. Sure, you may do 5 points better in all 3 of these counties. What happens if you do 30 points worse in this part of the state? You get crushed. And right now, Matt Dolan tried for 5 minutes to be a fake populist, a fake blue-collar Republican. We're going to stop the Chinese government from taking your jobs, and we're going to restrict immigration. To basically doing what he did in 2020, too. Run as this anti-Trump dude and run it up in Franklin. It ain't going to work. And Bernie Moreno, so far, has been looking like the pro-Trump guy. He's one of the only people of these candidates to openly support Trump for 2024. Have the endorsement of J.D. Vance, one of the most Trump people in the Senate, and arguably the best senator in the country. And you got Turning Point Action. You got Lee Zeldin endorsing him. At this point, if Trump endorses him, Moreno's going to be the nominee. And I think it's a very likely opportunity for him to win. And for those that say Moreno's uneluctable, first of all, why? How is Moreno unelectable? Because he's pro-Trump? Are you freaking serious? This is Ohio. This is by far one of the most Trumpy states in the country. When I mean Trumpy, they voted for Obama, they vote heavy for Trump, but they still probably vote Democrat down ballot. Every now and again, they may vote Republican. But usually, they vote Democrat down ballot, but federally, in particular for Trump, they will vote for Trump. This reminds me a lot of 2018 with Missouri. Josh Hawley, when he gets the fake moderate in the state of Missouri. And Missouri isn't as extreme case as Ohio, but it still is a fairly Trumpy state. There are a lot of Democrats that voted for Obama. They flipped Republican when Trump was on the ballot. And Hawley, when it gets one of the most popular incumbents in the country, in a blue wave, mind you. This was a blue wave, and he won by 6. I know he was the Attorney General of Missouri, but he was going against a well-liked Democrat in, Missouri, which again, I know it is a Republican stronghold now, but even back in 2008, 2010, even 2012, it was seen as somewhat competitive. Even 2016 and 2018, most people thought, it was going to be very close, but Hawley was probably going to lose. He won. He won by over 6 points in a fairly Trump state. I mean, Trump won by 15? If I'm not mistaken, he won by 15 points. Yeah. Just for the record, let's see how much Romney won the state of Missouri by. 9. There are a lot of Trump Democrats in the state of Missouri. McCain only won by a point. This used to be the bellwether. Under Trump, it's solidified. This reminds me a lot of Ohio. In fact, Ohio's a more extreme case. Romney lost by 2. Trump won it by 8. That's a 10-point shift. And I know people are saying, well, 2018 showed Brown won against Renacci by almost 10. He won by 7. Well, Renacci wasn't a good candidate. This was during a blue wave, and Trump wasn't on the ballot. That's 3 negatives all at once. Well, now, yes, he may still be the incumbent, but now you got Trump on the ballot. In a state like Ohio, they're going to vote Republican up and down ballot because Trump's on the ticket. They just will. And Renacci wasn't as strong of a candidate. While Moreno, he may have some problems, I think will do good enough against Brown to win. And I think the Republican Party, they're starting to slowly unite behind Moreno. There's a few that's probably going to support LaRose or Dolan. But it's starting to seem like, especially after Davidson declined to run, which that sucks. Either way, it's starting to seem like that Bernie Moreno, he's starting to get all the support of the more conservative, nationalist right. Which I think is a good thing, because Moreno, he may have some problems. I disagree with him on these stuff when it comes to reparations. That was cringe, but, he doesn't seem bad on the issues. He does seem like kind of a MAGA-ish candidate. While LaRose, he's good, don't get me wrong, but he's blowing his opportunity. I mean, he went after, privately, he went behind Trump's back and said, oh, the Trump endorsement doesn't mean anything. In Ohio. It's like, that's not a smart move considering the state you're talking about. A state that voted for Brown by 7, but would vote for Trump by 8. So I think that everything, with all this considering, I think Moreno is the best candidate right now. Bernie Moreno, as of now. And again, things could absolutely change. Maybe Jim Jordan enters, something crazy like that. But LaRose, it's likely he enters. Still a chance he may not. But realistically, I think Moreno will be the nominee. And I'm starting to say he's probably our best bet as of now, considering the fact that it seems like everybody's starting to back him. And it seems like he's trying to run as that MAGA-type candidate, which in a state like Ohio, it does bode well. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.